Well, it's time to take you on another adventure out into the wilderness, and hopefully I can inspire you to get out on your own adventures. It's very typical of me to get to my destinations an hour earlier than I need to. So I had to wait for the park rangers to open up so I could get on the trail. Well, hi and welcome to Wilson's Promontory. Oh, had to wait an hour for the park to open. Hi and welcome to Wilson's Promontory. I'm excited to finally get here. It's been a long time coming because of COVID and other reasons, but we're here. Breathing in the salt air, it's awesome. Enough of this waffling on stuff. Let's get on with this trip. Well, I made it to Oberon Bay. Pretty easy walk really. There was only one part there I started puffing a bit, but otherwise pretty easy. And this is going to be home for the night, Oberon Bay. Let's have a little rest before I start putting my tent up, and then I'll have my lunch, cup of tea, and head on out for a bit of exploration of this area here, this bay. For those that are interested about the weight of this bag for this trip, now it's 5 days, so I've allowed for 5 days worth of food and blah blah blah. 18 kilos. Now if you're going, what? 18 kilos? Let me explain a little bit. So I have problems with indigestion. Well, actually, I'm not cured, but I'm very comfortable these days, and I've done a video on that, so I won't go on about it. So my dietary needs are a lot heavier than what a normal hiker would take. So freeze-dried products be nice and light, but they're no good for me. I do not eat processed foods. I avoid it like the plague, and sugar. Gone out of my life, and I am so happy. I tell you what, this top part comes off if you don't want it, but I've used it as my food pantry, and also I've got 1 t-shirt and 3 pairs of socks on the top pocket. So the bottom pocket is all about food. So it's 2.5 kilos altogether. So it's a little on the weightier side, but as I said, you know, I've got to be careful. I love how my stomach is these days. It is so calm and not a problem. So if we strip it down to just camping gear and the bag and my kitchen, 9 kilos. Pretty standard sort of a weight, and then you would add your food onto that. But I also am a photographer, so I ain't going nowhere without my camera. Got another guy taking a photograph up there. He's just going to go past and start again. Right, he's gone. So where were we? Yeah, so I don't go anywhere without my camera gear. So that's 3 kilos, that's bare minimum. That's a wide angled lens, which is just a kit lens. It weighs nothing. A 7D Mark II and a 70 to 300 millimeter zoom lens that is ultra lightweight and is a piece of shit when it comes to focusing, but I persevere with it on hikes like this because my L lens is a hell of a lot heavier. So there you go, there's a bit of the sort of bits and pieces and the weight that I carry and why it's so heavy. There's more stuff there, you know, there's all the other little bits and pieces, but it's bare minimum, I assure you. Right, signing off for now. I'm going to get this tent up and get myself set up, ready for an afternoon's walk. The wind down on the beach is ferocious. I braved it, and there was a whole heap of, I think some of them are Arctic terns, and there's a few other birds there, and they allowed me to get up extremely close, like 10 meters away. And I just had to keep waiting and waiting for the sun to pop out through the clouds. I had it for a few minutes. But not long enough to get some bit of action with them flying and that. With the shitty lens that I have on the 7D Mark II, that horrible bloody cheapy zoom lens, it's so hard to focus. You have to have things that aren't particularly moving very fast. When they're in flight, it's hard. But anyway, I got a couple of shots. I think we're all right. Won't really know until I get home, but they look all right on the back of the screen. Now, one of the other things that's new for me bringing on a camping trip like this, a hiking trip, which is a little on the weighty side, but I think it's necessary, and that is a battery pack. So it's a 20,000 milliamp one. Have the little charger bank for the Osmo Action camera's batteries. So I've already done one, and that's charging up now. I've already tested this. I haven't done it with the phone, with the mobile phone, but I've tested it out with these batteries, and they take 2.5 hours. So I'm hoping that we get a lot of charges out of this for everything. But you know, it's all about checking things out, testing them, and see what we can and can't do with them. With the mobile phone, it's supposed to do 7.7 charges, so 7 charges basically. So if I can get 4 good charges out of it, and probably 2 batteries a day of these for the rest of the trip, it would be alright, wouldn't it? Right, yeah, just thought I'd show you that. I had a little snooze because it's just so windy out there, and I got so cold. I just thought I'd come and have a little lay down. I might go for another walk now. Seems to be brightening up a little bit more, and also I need to waste some more time before dinner time and go to bed. Yeah, it's just the wind's just so ferocious, it's making it very hard to go and explore. I'm always trying to be the good Boy Scout, be prepared for anything. I always bring this lightweight tarp. It's designed for hiking. It's extremely light, packs away nothing. It takes seconds to put up as long as you've got some branches to tie it to. Because the rain won't go away now at 6 o'clock, and it's getting more and more consistent with heavy drizzle that keeps wafting through. It's gotten more and more intense now, so I thought it's a lot of light to chew up. It's too early to go to bed, so we'll just sit, watch people walk past, watch nature for a while under my tarp so I can keep dry. Oh, what a beautiful sunny morning it is. Really pleasurable being out on the beach. The wind's died down. It's nowhere near as strong as yesterday. I'm going to have my brekkie, slowly pack up and move on to the next campsite, Roaring Meg, which we'll call home for tonight. On the trail again, just can't wait to get on the trail again, heading off to Roaring Meg today. Good morning. Had a good night, did we?
Yeah, survived.
Yeah, nice day today though. Well, I've made it to my destination, Roaring Meg. Got my tent set up out the back here. And just made myself some lunch, and I have a cappuccino. So my lunch is couscous that I've put different spices in to make it taste nice on the trail. Feta cheese, so I've got a little bit of salt there, there's no preservatives in that one. Sultanas and cashews, that will do me. Going to be a long afternoon, I think. This is just a boring spot, it's just in the bush, but it's nice enough. A nice little spot there, nice and flat. Once I've finished here and I've got a bit of energy up and a bit of enthusiasm, I'm going to head down the trail an hour's walk to the southernmost point of Victoria. It's a nice leisurely walk on this track down to the southern point, so you get to see the ocean. I've only been down here once before, and the same thing's happening like it is now. I can hear voices that aren't really there. But just the way the wind comes up through the trees, it just sounds like someone casually talking off in the distance, so sort of muffled. So you expect to see them any minute coming around the track, and they don't. Weird. It's weird. couple of campsites filling up. Everyone's putting their tents around mine, so I thought I'd come out for a short walk and say good night for day 2. Thought I'd share a little tip with you. I've learnt something from playing sports. I've done my ankles so many times. I have to strap them up so you can keep playing the game, or just to get home, whatever. So I always bring sports tape when I go on hikes, just in case. So it's always in my bag, it's always ready to go. The new boots that I've bought, expensive ones, they've just been awesome on this trip. I broke them in before I came here. I've had them for about 3 months now. Took about 6 weeks to break them in, but they are so supportive around the ankles. I doubt whether I'd ever bring it out of the bag, but I am wearing my sandals when I'm not hiking. It's nice to let the feet breathe, so I could trip over and do my ankle, so I've always got it there. It'll help me to get out. It'll help me to save not shortening my trip, but I could keep going with it because it'll be good support, and I know it'll be all right. Keep putting my ankle into freezing cold creeks as often as I possibly can, and it'll look after it. The swelling will go down. It'll be uncomfortable, but at least your ankle will be well supported and give you confidence to keep hiking. So that's it. That's all I've got for you. That's my little tip, and it's time to say good night. Early start for me in the morning to the lighthouse. It's 5.5 hour walk. Good morning. It is day 3. I'm already on the trail. I've been walking for about 40 minutes. You can see beautiful sunrise over my shoulder there. Sun's about to peer over the top of that hill. It's so peaceful and calm. Lots of birds chirping. It's beautiful. Hiking is all about challenging ourselves, pushing ourselves to the limit, testing ourselves out. But there's also the time when you need to be smart and back off. Because of COVID, my legs aren't quite fit enough, and after walking 5 hours yesterday, I have a calf muscle playing up just a little bit. But I'm thinking I've got to be smart today and not do the lighthouse walk. Now it goes along the coast. It is quite challenging. It's the most challenging part of Wilson's Promontory's Southern Trail as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, it just wasn't worth me going up those steep hills and everything. That calf muscle could quite easily pull. So what I'm doing is I'm coming back down the trail that I came in on to Roaring Meg yesterday, which is the road, and then branch off and go to my next destination, which is Little Waterloo Bay. Much better grade, nice and flat ground, easier on my legs. And what made me clinch the deal that I would come this way, last night I had a massive cramp in my whole leg that has that calf muscle, not problem, but a bit of a tinge there from yesterday. I lay on my mat for 10 minutes. I could not move. As you know, it's excruciating pain. So good 10 minutes before it finally started to subside, and when I went to move it started up again, so I just had to lay there for ages. But anyway, the sun is breaking up over the hill. It's an awesome day. Legs are feeling good at the minute because it's just an easy grade, and I'm waffling and it's time for me to get going. I'll catch you further up the trail. Made it to my destination, and it's now leg and body therapy in the ocean. Open up those veins after all that hiking. It's something I do every hike, and I've learnt that from playing sport as well. Oh my god. But anyway, yeah, I'll do this probably 3 times. Well, last night I was out in the freezing cold creek, icy, but it really does work on the legs, it helps them out. Now, once we've been in the ocean, time to go into the creek that runs into the ocean. Oh man, it's twice as cold, but it's really good for the ankles. What are you up to, little fella? Huh? This is home for the night, my favourite campsite. Every time I come here, I try to grab this one, and I've managed to get it every time. 40 metres away from the beachfront. It's the first campsite. All the rest are all back that way. But this is just awesome. You get a beautiful night like it's going to be tonight. The wind will be very light. You just hear that crash of waves and it just sends you to sleep. It's just beautiful. But it's a very calm beach out there. It's good swimming, and I'm right on the track, which means when I'm blogging, people catch me up. But it means I can be social, say hi as people walk past. Sometimes they talk to you, other times they just keep moving through.
How you doing?
How you going? Weary traveller?
Oh, I made it.
How you going?
Good, yourself?
Alright, enjoy your day?
Yeah, it's been nice so far. Can't wait to get in the water.
I have seen some look like wasps digging under the ground, so they've got underground nests.
Hi.
Had a long hike?
We came from Sealers.
No, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
4 hours?
Yeah, I think it was around that.
But yeah, it's just an awesome spot. I love it, and I'd cry if I couldn't get it. Well, I've really enjoyed my new tent. It's been awesome. So let me show you around. That's double entrances. So I get in that side, and this side is really good because I can have my backpack there, and it means I can access it from inside the tent, and it stays dry from the rain. So it's just really good to be able to have that little bit of luxury. Be able to think, oh, I've got in the tent, I'm in my sleeping bag, and oh damn it, I left something in my backpack. Well, there it is, easy to open. I've actually got it set up so that if I get thirsty at night, the bladder lead's already there. I'm just going a few sucks on my right. So, loving it. How's the serenity? Oh, what a glorious morning it is. Always sorry to leave Waterloo Bay though, such a peaceful place, an awesome campsite. Easy to swim in the water. I'm not going to rave on, but it is a beautiful place. But we're making tracks over to my next destination, which is back to Oberon Bay, and hopefully I'll do a bit of exploring and get some really good photographs along this trail. There are plenty of birds, so I've got that beautiful morning sun shining on the camera at my back. Perfect. The camera out, ready for action. Catch you later. Well, I've come to the end of my adventure at Wilson's Promontory. I'm on my way back to Tidal River now. I spared you the details of Oberon Bay because I'd already showed you on the first day. At least the wind had died, so it was a nice afternoon, and it's a beautiful morning as well. Now I hope I inspired you to get out into nature and start doing hiking. My little advice would be start small, then work your way up to the bigger stuff. But if you'd like to subscribe to my channel and get more of this amazing stuff, click on my pretty little face just down here in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. Click on a little bell, you'll get notification whenever I do anything else. And if you want to go and have a look at the mad and crazy things I've already been doing in the past, click on my icon right here at the end of this channel, end of this video. It'll take you to my channel. There's over 100 videos to choose from. I take you on adventures like this. I talk about photographing and filming in a forest environment with wildlife, give you some tips there. Oh man, I've done tons of stuff. Go and have a browse, there'll be something there of interest to you, I am sure. Now just remember, if you don't do, you don't get. So get out there and start photographing and filming wildlife and get out into nature. Because I have had an absolute ball, and I'll certainly be coming back to Wilson's Promontory year after year after year into the future. All right, stay away from that coronavirus, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.